Hey, what's up everyone? It's February 2nd, 2026, right before noon, and we're looking at two platforms here, Unusual Whales and their Periscope tool on the left, and options depth and their breakdown by strike on the right. So this is like a side-by-side comparison of the information that Periscope has versus options depth. I didn't see anybody else on YouTube that did a video like this, sort of comparing them just to show that they had the same information or similar information anyway. And so, but this is going to be specifically just about the market maker position bar graph here on Unusual Whales and the breakdown by strike position information on options depth, along with GEX or gamma market maker exposure graphs as well. So on the left side here on both platforms is the positional information, and you'll see for various I'll go through some various strikes here, and we'll just check the data is showing the same thing. So here we go, the SPX 7125 strike, negative 10,722 for calls, 5 for puts. Here's negative 10,722, 5 for puts. Here's the 7100 strike, 15,608, negative 15,608 for the 7100 strike, negative 15,608 for the 7,000 strike, 12,034 calls, 439 puts, 12,034 calls, 439 puts. Okay. Here's the 6855 strike, negative 16 for calls, negative 9,283 for puts, negative 16, negative 9,283. So you can see the positional information matches between both platforms. And I also was, scrolling back through some of the history just to see that the numbers matched, and from doing some of that, it looked like, that the data this represents on Unusual Whales matches with the options depth numbers as well. What you would have to do if you are going back through some of the historical data is whatever this time is here, like it's 11:50 right now, but like let's say it was 11:30, over here you'd want to set the time frame to 11:30, 11:20 to 11:30. So this 11:30 as the maximum time to view in that period matches with whatever you're picking over here on options depth, like 11:30. So if you're making comparisons between the two, that's what you have to do to get the same numbers for the historical data. Okay, so then on the right-hand side we have exposure, market maker exposure charts. These are GEX based on this positional information and the option Greeks. And what I found out with this tool is basically in order to get similar views, you're only looking at the net gamma on both tools. So what I mean by that is on options depth you can actually look at calls and puts individually. You can cycle each one of these on or off, or you can look at the net or all three. Unusual Whales looks like it's just net for the gamma. So when you put it in the net view, then you can see here's larger bar surrounded by two smaller bars. Same thing over here. Like if you look at the overall look of these two charts and make comparisons, you'll see they have a similar look. So they are looking the same. The actual numbers are different. Here's a 7,000 strike. It says 125.998 for calls. Here's a 7,000 strike. This one says 12,252.30 per gamma exposure. So however they're doing the calculations and what they're showing, what's seen here on the bar graph is looking the same, but the actual numbers that are being represented are different. So I just wanted to point that out. Of course, the options depth platform has a lot of other tools that Unusual Whales Periscope does not have. You can get gamma and charm and Vanna heat maps, and there's positional insights, other ways to look at some of this data, whereas Periscope tool is much more limited in which you can view. So they don't have, for instance, they don't have these heat map graphs, and that may or may not be important to you. For me, I'm trying out the platform for a month. There was a 50% off coupon code that I used, so it's $125 instead of $250 a month. Whereas like Periscope is part of their Unusual Whales Retail Pro plan, and so that's included already, and that plan comes in much cheaper. And since you get access to this Periscope tool, you have at least some of the same information that's available on options depth. But again, like the options depth is much more comprehensive. You have a lot more ways to view the data and gain some insight off of these heat maps. I'm still learning how to use these heat maps, so I can't tell you specifically, how to use them. But for me, just having some better data with this SPX, this is tagged data from CBOE that both of these platforms use. Just having better data versus the sort of naive data that you get from a lot of options platforms that bases GEX charts, or maybe to some degree some positional net volume kind of charts and all, on which side of the bid-ask spread that transactions occurred on. So anyways, I'm trying out both of these platforms, and I just wanted to show that on some of these views you get the exact same information, for what matches up between both platforms. You're getting similar or the same information, and that's it for now. So I'll try to do a few more comparisons of the platforms, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.